Then we have car club.
Action.
Yo, but like, what's gonna be in the video?
Car club.
Cut.
The one, I think there's something we're missing.
That thing.
Oh,
No,
the interview.
The interview
with
okay.
Acorn. Welcome to the Pony Express, your informational show for you Mustangs. And what was that? What was that? Welcome to the Pony Express, your informational show for Mustangs like yourselves. Matt, you're tagged in.
We had another club reach out to us, the Car Club, where they're on the daily, hitting 30 rolls and ripping sideshows. And we have a clip about that car club that, we're gonna play for you guys.
So, roll it.
This is the sound beating of my lungs. This is the sound beating of my lungs. This is the sound beating of my lungs.
Edgar Creamy, Ryan Lance, and we thought that we needed a club that brought together all the people that had a passion for cars and trucks.
This is the sound beating of my lungs.
Well, we meet together every month or so, either at Monte Vista's junior lot or senior lot. We take a look at each other's cars, hang out for a little bit, and then go on a scenic drive, doesn't matter where.
That's alright, all I want is be left alone. Left alone, 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 left alone.
Right now, we're currently planning on taking all of our cars on tracks like Sonoma Drag Strip and other race tracks around California. We're also planning on really in-depth car videos of like making a really cool video for the club itself.
When I come down, and I'll take it right out of lost, breathing sorrow.
Hope you like that car clip. On to the next thing. We had a little interview with Mr. Dr. Principal. As you know, our Ms. Terranova took a very long vacation.
So we talked to Mr. Dr. Principal, and just want to know, who he is and what's he doing here at Monte Vista. So, hit it.
Hello, Principal Ahern. Thank you for coming to meet with us today. I have a few questions for you. If you weren't a doctor principal, what principal would you be a doctor of?
Well, probably a bit like Dr. Detroit or Dr. Disaster or some kind of a pro athlete / actor type person would be kind of cool, because principals would be big and physical and throw my weight around would be kind of cool, rather than using my intellectual strength I'm using all the time now.
Or if you were to get suspended, who would you answer to?
Unfortunately, I'm a married male. I have to answer to my wife, and that's a bad thing.
Do you know what the Grange is?
Yes, I'm from El Dorado County. Grange is one of these gathering places for like all the rural people, farmers and stuff like that. I mean, we had several Granges in my old community.
What was your first car?
I had a Toyota 4x4, 1977. I rolled it my senior year in college.
When did you start your career in education?
It was in 1994. I started subbing. And then I was hired for my first job in January of 1995.
Any hobbies?
I like stuff in the outdoors. So like I discovered Las Trampas like last month, and so the idea of walking around and being away from people and having a chance to kind of see the big picture of the views and things like that. So it was really pretty cool. Also a pretty good cook. So nice. I'm an avid Food Network watcher.
What is your doctorate in?
Educational leadership, and so that covers a lot of different elements, not just the structure of education, but working directly with people, organizational development, and how organizations progress and evolve, and so on. So there's a lot of different layers to educational leadership. So a pretty interesting field.
Do you have any encouraging words for students that are facing finals and/or college acceptances?
Don't stress out too much, because things tend to work their own selves out. I mean, basically, I always found that friends I knew who stressed out too much about finals and such ended up doing a lot worse than people just kind of took it in stride and just prepared well, but also didn't cram too badly. As for colleges and such, I would say that that your best bet is to focus on positive. What are the assets? People are going to get in. They're going to be the right fit, and hopefully it's the right fit. But take the time to really make sure that it's just not, I have to go here because this is what the label says. It's got to be a little bit more than that. It's got to be more about what works best for you. I mean, my own son, my youngest son is at CSU Monterey Bay, and he wants to get into music tech. It's only one of 3 programs in the state schools, across the CSU UC system, and he could have gone to any number of different schools, but that's where he wanted to go, and got a chance to go to live in a beautiful place. I mean, I'm inclined to visit him more than he likes it here too, but I'm inclined to visit him more there because I grew up in Monterey, so it's a really nice area.
Do you know who George Clooney is?
Absolutely. In fact, in my film biography, he will likely play me. At my age now, Brad Pitt would be me, with younger.
Finish this sentence. Don't you open up that
washing machine.
What is your favorite part of Monte Vista so far?
It's got to be the students. I mean, it's been great, interacting and getting a chance to meet a whole wide variety of students. I love the fact that there's so many things that you can do here. I mean, there you have the arts, you have athletics, you have obviously the academic end. There's so many different opportunities for students to be successful and to show what they're about. And I think it's really awesome, and how willing students are to have me come into class and sit down with them and go over stuff, start a conversation, or go to a game and get a bunch of high fives from people that barely know me, stuff like that. I mean, it's really awesome. That's got to be the high point. And the faculty too has been great, but it's ultimately about students, and I really enjoy, that's been probably the greatest interaction. I've always prided myself of being oriented around students and making sure that that I bring out my best for them. And Monte Vista has not disappointed me in that regard. They definitely, everybody stepped up and really, it's been flattering how great the students have been with me.
Okay. Thank you for meeting with us today.
My pleasure.
Good to see you.
And that does it here at the Pony Express Mustangs.
If you want to contact us, be on the show, advertise your club, hit up montevistatv@gmail.com. Goodbye, Mustangs.
All right.